na yagumu politics ne kakra na so ne yebedi ebreso mema remfi say Supreme Court verdict on election petition nededue na ebeba abonti aniti eya yedemo ebekọ court o said ye na aseni ne koso no ye no a pepepe na amabibia aye kama na mohu said atemu no ebesi akọ afa. May that tribe said that say na watching mu na osiesie meeting ho ntimpacha also contact the tribe said na wonye bi ma wonyi bi so aye dada no betimi ama na ye mu no obesiesie ne kama ye hair laundry for one more 055 374 na matari so de Monique America Collections na Daramo de New Jersey USA ne de Bremi o Ghana rep o contact Rutha also corporate we no and answer o dinner we o church we gown o de your wedding na Monique America Collection ebema wonsa aka for Ruth 05497944446 na onye odie emfa emma happy birthday nkoma Manuela and Manuel Fianco Pentecost Preparatory School Madina ene yoma wodanti mo ma me ne mo papa Mr. Mrs. Fianco Kwansa ene munu anu nyina emma mo happy birthday. Ene ye toa ye nkomodia last week ye fiti ase na ye share doctor for me ensano a ye bon komo edifa sa LGBTQI+ ehono ewapa nanso ye bom modian se ye bedi ho nkomo na yate ase a omu biebie yani ewo niema bi ho enenso de on the front line an ekunu eno so omu kono omu front line workers ewo honom ye lawyer ni mapa wo kire ade o ye senior lecturer ewo Ghana School of Law na wo sign cry executive secretary na ene kasama for ma National Coalition for Proper Human Sexual Rights na che say human rights in ewo ho now so you will be a proper and you will be a proper into a proper human sexual rights and family values a lawyer Moses for amwenin and na ene yene no abo enkomo you call it mini impunimpo. Papa, good morning
my dear. And that why I do
miss me da was say na wa ba ma show kwan ache
but I were never so far
and ever why
so papa
you when your original one no
no
you ever why papa ni bi o papa ejuma mu boko
nyame adom edika na me no wase ejuma wa ye ne so edoso papa
mu na mo ye ejuma no na ye tie mu ne eboa mo
ma me nchire mu last week no me hwe wa the tail end no o kan bibi say this nano de otifo no na wo hwefo no emfa nchew isan say wodo ho agimu kakra
ane
na me ka say eye no kre na gi a wodo ho gi mu no ya mambre ya constitution efuaso ma me nchire mu kakra wo hwe article 34 a directive principles of state policy. So the way a law student, very soon you're the way gonna go no better.
Amen.
Yes, your mom, you say your constitution. Amamra no.
Yeah.
Constitution. Kuninino. And some fu a woman a di a church last year. Na yedi manunya to me. Your friend of directive principles of state policy. No. It was a parliament, president. Political parties and wakaka who say media when you want film when you're film so they mean say me media ni kase
pa obi be kase ye sha nyina na show was sports so
no correct it was say ye nyina ye de ye adwuma and wakasa so say for the establishment of a free and just society say ye man no ye ho beto yen na ye betumpon that's 34 now go 39 na wakase ya mane ni amamre no our customary laws and values and nuna yem man yem fenye bibia in fact okaso say yem fen chire e school ye school mun kwa o say formal and informal na che say o man go school a say bi Sunday school ni schools a e di church
night school no
nyina yem fen chire wo
okay
na yen hwe say ye national planning ye susu ade bi wo man no kra yem fen hyase eno chire wo say ye customary law ni ye values e so mo eti so your journalist e was a song obo na do sa time no dia eno dia you are not neutral e was e ye wasem hia na wo ka bi eti we nya asem asabi o my dear my neutral me eti we nka we ni we dabi e do sam re ya ye kase de sabi o kwesi kokko de ba no ene ya mane ne amamre etia eno dia do ho pe you are no longer neutral eti e was the constitution shall kete say boa na ya mane ne amamre enyi ne ntumpon. Nobody is neutral in this matter. Enti me de say last week no adwuma wo ye no me ka kire say Nyankopon be kire san say the constitution ne kan as a good young lawyer no and no pepe na ye. Enti nyame kire
wa hye committee lawyer no de law no ma ya kasa ya ne be ba be kan o de ya na kan hunti aye complete anu no na say lecture mu akasa de ebiem na kan lawyer na ti hui na lawyer kasa papa safo ne so omo se eye right ase yen na yen ti wo mo ase omu so anaso omu ye kuma they are in the minority enti ye kan wo mu hye ye tietia omu fa hudie so enti we lawyer ni safa hudie no kire mu ye
ma men kire mu ohu se ka fa hudie me de say ye di na wo boy no ka proper human na se ka proper kwesibru ni ka proper say boni ho na papa ho it's human rights no so sa ye wo false human rights I say enada human rights de anya no kre de se be nkontompo ena de ye no kre sabi obi a okum nipa obi a owiade obi a sabi otomona obetumi aka se me mo na aton no nipa ye ne yekuma enti ma me so me right can the person say that no sabi obi a broni beka bibia fan kleptomaniac ono tibia owomu no ne sai hara
no
ono sa no so no so beka se ono so sa no feel se onwia de ye wo bibia friend necrophilia ana say fetishism ko psychology mu ana psychiatry mu a ono sebi ohu oba sebi one pansa na wo de wanimu ade nchie na ne ho aba these are all psychiatric illnesses enipa kuma bi na sebi omo wo saa tibia nimu enti omo so e beka se omo so warranty enja omo no omo nye dabi udwene sa pe then you are confusing rights with human medical situations and our problems are enipa da se ni yewo e de se bi oyen ebu adwaman yen ya se bi twa ntro aya na obi se na se bone de pi wo ho na so ye homosexual se no so ye bone na so ye no good but na me bisa manfo se omo atwa ntro omo ase bi obu adwaman omo ase bi okofa onukunu akire si ye form association be se chinchina e right mo me yenye ya form sa group no me aba yenye no sa that's
maybe the omo nkasa they have not spoken
dabi but ye form kuo bia ye nim se ye bone you see that's the difference obi a oye sa no nim se enya de papa enti wonko form kuo se ye mwa me na menye that's the difference LGBT what LGBT ni ne kio ne play ba church na se na amanfo ehu se ye bone a ya so a ya chekere that's the difference between genuine people who have that situation na me chire and na omo a broni be se activism ye pe sa na ye be ye no no die na chire se wa chekere bone na opese wo de chinchira wo de be soaye that can't be a human right won't they mention because you can say human right the chirane say onipa da seni wo tibia no e die na ehia sa wo de betrase now we hear the history of human rights cry if nyankopon asem in fact the first natural law writer wo troye no or your Franciscan friar just you can't say Catholic Church your friend Thomas Aquinas one wo ye nchorchoro about these matters natural rights say dipo betumi anya no fa hodi na onipa mra no wo de tutu onyankopon mra ho no wahu say nipa mra yi a se bi o that time no ahemfo na edi no we didn't have a republic it we have the laws of princes and kings say ahema na ahemfo omo ye omo mra no a now they are two onyankopon mra no ho say emre yi a omo aye hye ene nyankopon mra no ko say ene nyankopon mra no ko na kire say enyemra papa so that was the standard human rights that's where it proceeds from natural law which is God's law which is moral law emra ebema utumi ehu se ema onipa daseni yetebia no ana tena etiwias ekwa animu
okay
that's the basis of human rights and a natural right enti untumi nkoka se ade a eye bone ade a sebio onipa wo hwese de wo ye no a wo se we pro I am my example bi me wo UK no me de to ho no na me ne professors in argument me di example no to for man argument ni jaye me nuaba hwese obi beba na fufu sidanim enam da so prekese yi wo so woti fufui no de ahye na so woti fufuri no de ahye na tim woti many idea na obeka me gidi say we tiefo no ahwefo nya beka say bibi there's a little bit of a problem here the American say sebi be man no yen fenhye obi neto no that's not the orifice for sex and so obi wo ho no wo sa atinka ne say o me de me pese me ni be ma tra na me no da wo sa kwan ni mu a na che say bibi kakra ho aya me ba da me ba me chire nya bote omo chire mu so a queer no omo nchire queer no it involves a lot of things in fact even bestiality is only aboa beda any feeling. And so you cannot build human society based on feelings. I know na me ma example of kleptomaniac. Don't tell me some more rights are na. It's what church human rights musa. Then you are Brunibasi, you are running the whole thing ad absurdum. It doesn't. You're not making sense. Because because human rights if as I've demonstrated. And na emma onipa da seni ne tibia no ko animu. Ask yourself what is dignifying about having a feeling to have sex with an animal or to have sex through the anus and now it doesn't, it's not natural. And dear sa omo was no I make a distinction between omo was for so many reasons. Obi wo wa peer pressure. Obi ko school supi and now senior sa omo be ko school e sida infants be na wo you from lotuses oko e man so supi obi wo so a prostitution be sibre ya ma yiboy no no so be ma na sabi onu akwakoto eje wo yesika kaka na akwakoto ebiem obi so wo ha oye akwara no obi hu se oba fefefe na ato no mona ne papa ana se ne cousin ana ne uncle esida wo kromo ha na esipe obi hu se oba keto no na broni beka se why frigid ohu be ma kra da bi on pese wo de no beka be ma
edi suro ni hu bia ba
thank you abanu mu enti wo suro be ma enti ne mfafo maya no no nam saa wo be hu se eno na koto lesbianism ne mu obi so wo ha biological na kire se onipa de se ni ye wo to ho na se wo ye oba wo nkwamwa bi wo mu a ye friend hormones wo ye oba wo de ne ye friend estrogen wo ye be ma ye friend wo de no testosterone na wo yo ba sa estrogen en ne ma wo yo ba me baba you know ma miesi enche no akwara keta no nam ho bobo no di se bi odi se hunu bo piano ni ade enche na nimpoko ya sha se ba
na ma miesi na anu ade ya ye
oh no nimpoko yi ba ni shape ye gina so fine obebo dada na se ne menses wo buninsa sa estrogen hormones eno ne ma oba eyoba e mema so de na ma mema ye mema menu ba Penny John obesi mo kodu si school o secondary school na anu ya no nso ne nam ho bo piano amanfo mu nim no de o bo piano pa na eche mi hu na obama ya fa buckets mienu na ne mposi bi say ba ma ba fie
na ne minimum adru
thank you na ne mpo ya ba eno ne wo fu abojo so that you can have a shaving stick eno ne mema ye de ema ye mema that is the testosterone. Now, there, you know, they will want to say, we are ba, we dominant estrogen and madian, and our memadian so kakrebi.
Yeah.
Now, a woman in the moonsem. A typical example is South African runner here, your friend Casper Samenya. No, or your barbema, dear, you can forever no barbema. Or your bow, and so you are nimpomin and what dear, as for Bema. Why is that so? It's because the testosterone level and chaos could be or bamon, the Diana Brosso.
I bet those ones say estrogen.
Well, very close to it.
Okay.
And normally, or babia a lot of estrogen and testosterone kakrebi. A broswa eno na eye oba ma syndrome ntu be hu se wo yo ba o na hormones no eno na maye nya atenka ntu se bi wo hu fefefa wo tiwe me hu am se na ujafo de bi nya no a se bi wo that is the eno na maye feeling sexual attraction towards the opposite sex enti Casper Samenya wo yo ba wo excess of testosterone eno nti wo be hu se odo yo ba no na tinka te se be ma de etu obepese won ne yonko ba be den ebetra ana obenya nkitamudie obema no so ebi a we bema wo testosterone and wo estrogen ka wo so nya kakra bi but esan say estrogen a wo mu nsem abro so ninti obehu so yo bema de enso wanya atenka so oba se won ne yonko bema be den ebetra. That is the explanation. Who can I won pese o say, oh, I was born like that eti dabi there's the medical explanation, scientific explanation, no, and I'm the go on. Who Fred Doctor Biana so these are the medical explanations for hormonal imbalances. No, I know where true. And this will be say, oh, I was born like that. I cannot do, and you're no correct. See who?
Oh,
because yes, say no.
Because said then no special people until say more special care and
attention. My dear, in fact, as someone what can they need care and attention rather than encouragement to pursue their the negative aspects of their life. Do we see a beboa na me nkase tibia no omuwom na enye no ye omu nkoso nye debi wo ye ne sa na wo pra nipa kro no in fact enu nti na ya me ka se wo mo ka se oh you don't need to be homosexual, we should be careful say we don't bring up hate
ni antan o mo
na omo kra me se ye ka se nipa kro no tibia no wo mu no emwa ne sebe wo hia se be boa no ya kra no ya boa no wa kotibia yemu ene wo a wo ka se ne tibia na enye no sebi ode ne be ma be hye be ma sebi o be bi free ba no why ne hate no why ne chiri no? Let's ask those logical questions. Ye mo ye college come the pictures but you see hospital kase you were psychologists, you were psychiatrists, you were endocrinologists, doctor for mo hormonal imbalances. And na me be kase South African runner your friend Casper Samenya. So no say ye nya no na sa no tie no ne man ntumrika but ono mu tumrika on e win dey be on the defense.
Na ho na beti ase.
International Athletic Association aka kire ne say madam so person oni matu America dia yesrew kona ko fe dro nante wo testosterone level no so mre form na nya the normal that of the madia no bi na kire say ye wo normal testosterone level of females and the normal estrogen levels of males ebro so a yenim de de ba
ye na kire say eba ni say imbalance omu kran so a ye wo adura
ebetumi aso ano
enti won ka ho anka se sa na nya no
bo that is it and no ni wo kape Homo ebere TV so be kase nyina the doctor bi am share one other station person body was what in South Africa onye doctor or a researcher was so ade ne de obi ani wa yare no ya sane yare na business masa na wo ye bia e na onim say yensa wo yare because the evidence no ye the man na make say Casper Samenya International Athletic Association group bi ani wiasima omo science say omo body mu nyansa pen hwehwemu International Athletic Association it is omo tumi ka kire wo say ko fedro nante so a they know what they are talking about
and omo confuse papa
thank you madam
adentina omo kro ya nim say say ye fa ne say biological na say hormonal imbalance abanisa but ye we draw we betimi aba form and so mo nkan no mo ya na say na nyame bo and na you right and na ehwo na efiri ba enti ya yete na yete say ye de ye ni mie ya na say ya ye mwa bi awie say bi na wiase ani bi ani empese ya ni bebi
good waka asem na menkan ade bi LGBT movement omo a omo ani abre say yenye efe no Brunei say omo ye social movement reform movement on person omo sesa nipa adwene na ebotesi omo ni so ane say nye omo what bie no mama omo ase bi omo ye genuine and maka say omo ase bi omo de omo ideology thank you
yeah
omo botesi omo ni no so okan wase o say their agenda has always been complete acceptance and social recognition of homosexuality. See, you know, say, your friend, strained relationship, the challenge of homosexuality. The portrait and your friend, Professor Molenbeek, you had never Ghana, 2019, Obama lectures P. You had never. In fact, you had the gay, Obiana, Sebio, or Sati BM, you had never Chroma. Obama testimony P. Yes, we're from yet never studio ha. Oba becomes a tick in the hostel. Yes. Ye besa de na ba weekend you see enti ali bi on person mo ti obi a se bi wasesa o mu hunu krom se da bi obo a wo ye trofo because se bi o ma adwene say ne penti say net na nya no kre na ma menchi obi bi because obi sa question bi say ade na o mo dada ye that is part of their strategy me kind or say one major strategy used by the homosexual lobby to achieve this goal is to present a picture that will hide their real behavior, aims and agenda and lobbyist activities. The omo ya na say ade no omo ye no say obefa be ma won to uka trumu ko mpese omo te omo de because uka pe airtime into obi am pese then they move away from that to identity human rights me wo me right wo mo ba say ade na mo ye ne the consequence say ni nsunsu anso no mo nka ho because me ni ahwe ba consequences ni bi say omo hye pampers because the twapai eto no ye ho na Nyankopon ye say ye mfa be mamfa nti most of them are wearing pampers ebinum nya a lot of illnesses STDs omo HIV AIDS e wo Ghana ha me call hospital bi doctor no me anotwa me salute and then bisa o doctor ade o say lawyer de wo ye no ye de was esan say e ha me ti se nipa duba na me test from HIV positive a emu nkron esan homo says a men sleeping with men that is gay and bisexual activity obi obo animu na echire enu mu na 9 enya HIV AIDS no mo ba mo nkan in fact Ghana AIDS Commission chairman me na preso sa doctor is a good man ye ne be edin komo so the real issues of their behavior and the consequences no mo nka they say queer no bibisa wi ya chire mi wo ya bisa wo so mo chire ma chire wa woman because woman him say ade enye so obi bedin or aboa beda what be that so they will not talk about it. What they will focus on me human rights, me sexual rights. They are lying. It's a falsehood.
Oni pano no ope. Was this an ope munya
no. Eti ope obi ape bia me pe twetwetire. Me say me buasum. Ye be mamaye. Enya no kure say the onipa dasani pe bia na ye ma no kwan so onye. Say na ye ne say na che society no e collapse. And I said you kwesi broni and I me bisa say yen ye tik Ghana he ye ji polygamy tum ana polygyny so be ma be ware man ba no me no ana miensa kwesi kokko wonye ntum infa wa criminalize wonu krom enti ye bisa say na mu de yen ye pe no mu se enye ma criminalize adenti na mu se obi be fa obi wonu to no ye se ye mpa chincha ye ntum
amanfo se sika enkrofo omo wotumi na omo wo influence na omo wo sika adefo ene omo de omo ho ahye monti powers that be ana tumi etachire ne so ti eduru de adin ayeso yetu ye nsanso ye chi adware da bia ye de kakra ma chem dase nti eno so ka ho nokra bi o
me nua ba ma me nchire bibem eye nokra se omo saati bie no mu me from the Oxbridge class omo ne ko Oxford ni Cambridge e wo UK oko US omne ko Yale Stanford ni Harvard into omu wi a omne ye nwuma kese into business entertainment and all of that no omu yes even a few sports personalities omu wasika nti omu dominating media no oko CNN na mu go pi Richard Quest Anderson Cooper you can say obaya wa ni tituntumi amampur omu nyina hihim e na oko BBC de ene atwom BBC sabi o na me fie no me call pa African Service minimum aye programs p but se si akra no wo ko wa o ka se wo mpa LGBT o mum tema won kasa akra because o ma hye hotwom enti aye no kre they have the influence but eno so nkire se o mbetumi aba be hye so because you see me ma me no obi o kan o si poor but proud ye before ye ni sika de but it say bi o de yen amane ne amamre ne chire enti ni ntumi nkoton ya adwene fosika because amre na omo be fa enumum slavery no call yen etwom and independence means say e was here to hwe ho enu ti na me de
because they say mental slavery
enu na me kan
enu slavery
enu kra na enye no nti na was ye gina esi nkete enu ti ye coalition no ye de nyansa ne adwene ye bi ti om say no omo gide say ye ntumi nya hospital but ya chrom say ye tumi we can heal the problem. Na uhwe ye doctors ye boy professors professor Hesenum hospital there to be honest ye mpese ye chepe bi potien wo but ye the number betudwa esan se bi onye obia na obepese e be hu so wo ho enti ye de sie kakaya
na che omo anso ye omo fere you
exactly and na make say ye wo omo a omo ye genuine omo ye genuine my dear omo nkasa o omo ba TV so just propagandas ye omo sika and as on there wo peni bibia ye no keka nya no kre real homosexual ye share be more than 1,000 ye no more bompa ye na menu aba me as a Christian they are na ye me fepa ne say ye no more bompa ye na Nyankopon sunsun bo ewura ho no more tehwe no more wi omo do mo ma ye na efekeke I have never been that happy in my life.
Me so de ye me fe ne say wo ye lawyer ni mapa o kire mra na che se Ghana ha unimde nanso usan su gina mu se meye kristoni entimeka cause ya say asofo ne nko aka ya na mete so mo argument sometimes go me so na metie wo mu bi wo TV station me sure say ta abena da na nwumre no kura na wo hwe e wo Paul
Yeah. Okay, Paul. Yeah.
Also, that they no constitute panelists. I'm better on yeah, atheist. And Obia on person obeji gay rights na tumuno. Na chese a Christopher no na Christopher no GDS some faith in Omuka. They are not using their intellect good. That's the way she
I know, but she's a very
they are not thinking critically.
Miss Ray, and I'm busy question. My examples. Oh, Bano Bitio, Utifu no, there's any team. What is critical thinking about it? And I'm bisa another question. It's on for Paul so clever. I called in the program, but when him say Manobe didn't didn't put me on. Bisa question, my dear. So almost me home. That is man to man.
Yeah.
And a hetero.
Yeah.
Say a woman to man.
Yeah.
Maybe some question. Woman to me, I didn't think I am more warrior. Baku yo bano baku so bema. Home no way. Because homo chere say man to man, woman to woman.
Exactly.
Hetero chere say obema no oba opposite sex. Adenti no mo warrior bako ye oba no bako ye bema. And no chere say they have a problem. It's a psychological flip.
Last week in Bisen ko say na aduane dua na mo dia sisi.
Thank you.
Enti adenti na hia ope tokuro dia de na
thank you.
You still need the whole.
Precisely. Enti na chere say yare. They don't want to accept by yare. That's the fact.
Na obey ne ho ba no I no
thank you.
So it means that ujitum say you need that feminine
precisely.
kind of.
Enti enya no kre say homosexual. Wrong. Who use words bronika say homo na chere say back 1-to-1. Hetero ni chere say male and female. Inti adenti na omo ba together. Omo bema no ba it shows you that there's a problem.
Na a man lesbian for no so ba no ye bema no I no tomboy.
Thank you.
No dress say bema no me man abeti so no we ne jeans na oye ne nyema.
Enti oba na no say yen critical thinking. What is critical thinking about this? So be was at be mu. How can you critically assess the person now I say onipa we no or ye normal? There's no critical thinking about it. Secondly, queer no chere so bed the nipa da seni or abua beda. What is critical thinking about that? Or kasa keke you see is verbiage one more kasa I no mo dreams one more nyansa but if you analyze some no more kana analysis am there to ama it is obvious there's a problem. Now, omunji because as I say, da ne na braba ne sebio nkontompo sam e na omopese omudi yedi bu ewiase na no so no de yentima emma so sa. We will never allow that to happen. Now, as I said, the most interesting thing is that we have brought we've brought about a situation where hospital and people are being cared for. People are being cared for, they are being treated, they are getting out of difficulty. We have a family healthcare system. Ye nyawo ma wonko. Enti the family values na ka ho no. Ye be hwe so bi onyeska kakra na ya ma scanner de aye adwuma because in crofo pi cost atibiemu because of sikasem. Eti media migidi say ebibimemu we have adopted the right strategy in Ghana. Now for the first time no e was ye kire kwesi kokko se bi onyansa no no nko atirim ene wo. Na yenso ye wonimdi a ye betum de aboa. Enti na wo ka lawyer for asem say e would say lawyer ni mitumi yesa menna me for lawyer for nyina ase. In fact me who say lawyer for sorry say that me call court last week Wednesday asem you say say na ba Professor Mills time na ba ne yeka na me do court say the amount for Moses we support say enije a omo de boje me so no me who say bi da na emede say Ghana for lawyer for omo sua de omo nyina hu say no baby ade no kono de enye eti yemie ya no ne yen dey yen kasa eti enche say discussion ye wie me kire okwan a ye benam so a emra no ye betintiri no yie na ama obia ehu baby a ye
ko consensus ne say ye kan homofo no mo mayi o manim say oba yakrama be fa ba nyame mpangu na lawyer nso afa be ma nyame mpangu na omo nso ama wo ma ware ni kunu si mefa wachi
that is
ono so wo fa na chi na bio safo ono so ye be kan say because some say ene ye ne yi anim na motata ye ne mun konkrofo fie mu aware mu mun ko say enkrofo practicing no esumase
no and also in fact that is what they call unnatural carnal knowledge and also say it's wrong. I mean, but you see, in fact, in psychiatry, you call that kinky sex. Just say, oh, person or the partner they die in a unique way.
Okay.
And no, your pattern of life. Say your pattern of life, partner just a problem. But and yet it is not right because some you deeper beman yam fase fashe oba ne sebu no true. It's not right. Who be say be ne ya. Eti wu say wo practice kra oba na be ne ya. ha nti omo ye ni na omo nim say enya de papa but be ma no koso so ya na omo say problem kakra wo because sunsum sem wo mu o my dear oh yes
hey lawyer wo je sunsum sem di
oh na say me Christian na Bible can say we are not fighting against flesh and blood, we are fighting against principalities and powers. In fact kun ye kun nyina oh Bible mu o enti I'm responding to one more can say oh say bi we are see kon anim ti anya ntomu a ye mo ne entity kwa metepe na me da form twe esan say Sodom and Gomorrah me nua ba say o Bible na me say o Bible e modern text and then ye tro Bible e ancient text enti wo sati wo mo na ya tete kwa and somewhere Babylon for all civilizations. If we are seeing now, we share Bakwasema, Babylonian civilization, Assyrian civilization, you can say Greek civilization. Woman in us say, Omudru baby no more but Shiasia, San Samuel nature. So Caucasian civilization, Western Europe is coming to an end, and it is obvious. Sika we are seeing who check records now. China never, Asia never, any Europe.
Does China support LGBT?
Of course not. They won't accept. Who they go China na try Russia, they don't accept it. Poland, Romania, all those Eastern European countries, they don't accept it. It's Russia. You cannot go and do this because women him say. Tibiano, it is scientifically proven say obi was at tibi anymore. That person needs help. Said the okaino. Rather than encouraging the person to carry out his act. It said obia nensaya and hurry. We so on the right into yam1 na nensanya hurry. What to be that? Oh, they no sir. That's not. In fact, the homosexuality even undermines the whole purpose of science because we are body munyansapene medicine. The basic aim ne say would be boa onipa daseni. Meti hey wo hwa me kala sebi because oh we were free free for no see we the basic ye ni problem a genetic defect ye ninti ye wo me no 6 years na me sha say me spectacles because eni say wi ano e dey e comment etomani me papa me pie na say me man share long sleeves me ba na manim nyina e ko no abo me o se me nua me ba ho nya normal o me srew enti fa umbrella na wa share long sleeves enti uhwe manima watiefo ne wahwefo mo hwe me hu ofe papa
no need freckles
not at all and you can compare enti there's a difference because my father taught me to accept say me condition and normal enti abode mu nyansa pe emboa mo de boa ye nyintum na ye memfem boa me ho me de boa me ho nya na me se we yes enti sabi o we homosexual.
Your example is beautiful enti sa for no say o baby te sa hu ne say onti apo because abroche for no ma me no ne ba ne sha kwalatare a obehwa o say hey o sha matter I think my son is a boy he's a woman trapped in a man's skin no I shall say na fe
jimisem keke because me back to one oh true me one kwara 3 boys and a girl younger one atokwamna oko school na say who say the teacher no bonkrov or matia or say daddy I want to braid my hair and no I say my Messi is a girl I say I want to go have a pink something and the sister or not sister say I want a pink dress say no you're a boy you need blue so you need to correct it and kwara no mu nyini they pick a lot of things and you na obe correct it and now psychologists are your training sessions are yama your trainers no your friend association of accredited counselors you know your training workshop a man for your training P over 100 yes what child psychology na or church na obi hu sakwara anyini a na dwenu say ne sinyini the various areas was so pricky to encourage the person to correct sakwara na wa share e matare no it's just a young boy who's growing or inquisitive we who say the sister e share band ye nya ye share sister na ma boduku me na me hu ofe pass you can see na ma bo me sister duku na me ma me say o ne hu ofe o so but it doesn't mean say what's a encourage akwara no and one is over church
kasa bia e keka we fie kwadwo besia adwo ama bareba na wo de ohun ede na wo de wo ye bema na se yenya sa kasa ne so kan na no so feed into omo thinking say o na me ma me kra afre me kwadwo besia nti omo gitum
no kra eno so beboa
adwo abole wo
eno so beboa se ye bejai in fact ye coalition no ye ne doctor for no kasa Ghana Medical Association any your doctor for a boy and one bedding come so that see a walk to honge near checking the hormonal level near who say or your beer or your bar the levels near good say excess and near spot so that immediately no counseling them why the bebuano near and chairman in yini aha eti ye de nimde na ye de you my dear you know doctor for penny for kasa in fact hospital ya Professor Safo, head of the psychology department of the University of Ghana on Oboye
Ufe doctor ya on neighbor next
fantastic oh doctor there me aminipa me dey say woba wonu na Oboye nti adwuma na ye nya no kwa we are doing it to the highest standards of the world. Professor Hesse no nyina ye nkrofo a they are well respected in America. In fact one of our discussions on radio and TV kind of dialogue series you see America was so papa esan say the personalities e do omo buy ya na omo nwanwa enti ye de nyansa na ye de be biti omo because we want to prove say before for the first time yes ye wo nyansa sa problem ye face we are seeing now we have confronted
and before nyina Southern Africa de se omo de sisi ano
oh South Africa unse South Africa for na abrofo ne di omo so enti omo ko independence no constitution omo ye no omo pese omo protect sabi sanse huni nti omo de share constitution no sexual orientation oh yes and omo de share
and no omo for omo colors ni free na because South Africa
good.
Rainbow country
well
rainbow colors and abrofo so colors here rainbow
yes say manfra black yellow say no the colors omo flag no colors chire manfra they use the flag of the ANC together with the your friends say the other party from the whites and omo kaboom which omo national anthem no kro omo to nkosi sikelele na no mato ba kono so eden aka so it's a ntomo first a rainbow country omo bom na rainbow no kra LGBT for so mo wi nyankopon symbol and omo wi no yi color ba ko afrim but your bompire God will deal with that issue.
Interestingly, Yashafo ni bin so asende or say Chinese court rules that homosexuality can be called a mental disorder.
That is what it is.
In fact, last week ni e bon komono abedwafo no me ense na Dr. Foni nyina agitu mu say WHO fo kroya konfudumfo. Yes say before 1973 no mo say mental disorder.
Same with the Americans.
But omo koto waba.
Yes.
Now afi omo say sexual orientation.
Yes, my dear, say abode mu nyansa pe. Yes, some bibi wo mu a ye mfa vote anya political party. And a vote no mo ye bisa say Ghana for and Africa for psychologists, psychiatrists. Omo kan they ignored Asian psychologists, psychiatrists, and African. And a World Health Organization, it has now been taken over by LGBT movement. Oh, yes, all the UN agencies. Yeah, comprehensive sexuality by UNESCO na by you, my dear. UNESCO, United Nations Economic, Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. UNFPA, United Nations Fund for Population for Africa. For development of Africa. Sexuality, sexual reproductive sexual health. Se oba ni mema omu nyine abeye mpanimfo no. Omu enyinim no omu mema yem ana omu ma yem no. Ehwo nsem no ena omu de afam edisa LGBT nsem ye ba. Enti nje yamfa nyansa ena sa time no ye nyinim dia enko omu de 6 ena ne ye 9
sa education
comprehensive yes comprehensive sexuality
no omajai de
oh omajai say omu de to at least
oh
dabi enye adwuma say ye hwe maka chiro say Ghana Education Service omu boss ya dan for pa no in fact current education minister ya vet no fefe Dr. Duchum oye Church of Pentecost elder deacon kese pa oh enya de ode side we be support side we na we are monitoring. I
like the word that we are monitoring.
Oh, we are. Say
because interestingly, this week in Kratani Bia report, Sesiano, omo catch them young. Into omo ko schools into a school can say ne wo ho supi ne lotto sex ne de keka. Sesi aye be ya ne de bi efi se omo nyahu se o mpanimfo no de yesi peg ye makwan a ene be hwa ne se oba be ko school be ba no afi no aye bibie wo.
Eno anti na nka omo de sa comprehensive sexuality education ko omo de ba no. Ya chiri womo a ya pia koto baby because womo te say de woken impedimfo no de yesi peg enkwara nti ucheche akwara no a enu ntina Christopher Ku Christian Council, Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council, Catholic Bishop, they are involved in the content of Ghana, your educational curriculum. Inti abayno in fact committees are the National Curriculum Council, or draft your curriculum. No, they are representatives of the Christian organizations on these committees. Matis a problem but I insist to say we have to see the curriculum because now say it doesn't match with what we want to do. We will complain. Now many about unim de ye koni antrase ye ma professors for miensa doctor for miensa 6 professionals we put them together omo produce bibi omo frɛ no ye frɛ no Afrocentric sexuality education. Say omo de omo comprehensive. Yes, before ye
yeah, my year before
ye try ye. En fa ndra akra me de koto Church of Pentecost chairman current chairman.
So omo kasi ye ni bia mo se mo ni eh my ade.
Oh, me nua ba en fa apostle nyame che nyame nhira no.
Church of Pentecost.
Oh yes, omo they have paid for that scholarly work. In fact, and now was submitted to omo technical committee omo hwe. Omo wi ye be presentation. Ye di ndie be keka wonya ye nyaya keka bom. Ye wo present it to Ghana. Ghana for nya ye be nice presentation.
Na ye nyaya ya to say we ni person de kire
man. We are near the Akosha president in say Mr. President, this is our Afrocentric sexuality education. Yes ye di ni former president Mahama. Politicians here de mo bia. No be hu say Ghana for no yeso ye say bi ye wa adwere na kosi kokko ntumi mfa na adwere me biti yen enti na make say ye the strategy
kana nanom kra timi ware nkonwa yere mo se wo ma ya ebususem na afa de onkofo obi turu mu de ye normal
ha no na what say kire wo say and is me de say wo de aba there is an aspect of neo-colonialism say be kokosi kokko e be share yeso no enya you na wo ka bibia ba economic dictation ni ade Nsroma no friend neo-colonialism another word ni cultural imperialism say wo beto wadwene na obi be kirew to say slavery na wa bind no wo de wakono and no ye physical so wo beto wadwene is even more serious because of fa unomum with your mind thank you and no nti bibi so obi say na ene ya se bio bema ye wo baby ye di shi mo se yemfa ye bema nse se bi obi tru mu na next time mo meka nkire se yemfa ye ensa enante ne ni bakro no gina ho hwem say yes if you accept the logic say wo ye di enim se bema yi se bi oba de na ye di shi ene wo se yemfa obi tru mu na ye nyintum na human right next time we back kire wo say fa won sanantia say also ogitum
enu say right
thank you
because opese odene sana na de opese oye
ye no ha na wa to wadwene enti na wo say ye nyina Ghana fo bibifo nya yes we should stand and say no, enough is enough. We are tired of being talked down to and being told say ye nim nyansa I na man for bisam say lawyer what is your passion e dey kra na ma wo yes I did kind of asem we because abrofo no I did a master's in England. Yen and Nsroma, they were no better than us. Sebi Yamin Chad, me call from school. Me work from primary school service. Na me school prefect. Yami chairman Jenny Pa. Sebi your first lady. Na me didn't keke. In France, I was a senior scholar. University, Yami Chad, I did well. Me call master's degree. So they are not better than us. And the say, say, who is Australian ambassador? Who to me benya nerve say, who be masika near the sea office by unim say Ghana high pay. Oh, woman a family so much Roman
for penna.
You for Australian ambassador Canadian ambassador lady podi or no was at we will expose her very soon. Woman who say would this sika be she no case woman be officer. Unim say tia Ghana mra. Because many about so the international law kakra.
What mama say omotimi be office na bra yam pick Intel bia.
Oh, Intel ne de ya pick enti ne ya tum no. Ya kwa kotum. Ya pick say IGP recently ya ne share waka openly say ye betu omo so sa waka I think Friday or so obi a kind papers bia obi hu IGP ne abre. Dear me then approach for dear by ya ye say ye kase me kwa water approach for lawyer e be bo say the best ye be able to omase. Ghanaians are now determined to correct this incident. Enti say your first na ya da ye coalition dey na sorry but ye dear me dey won say Ghana fo nyina say obi sorry obi ani abie enti de be kan say so won say obi was at bie mu a memmo no men ye na hwe because I no mo pe they want us to touch somebody. Oh you marry abu nipa da bi ya clever ya hospital ye treat them and who will be was at be men found send cano report to the police and now the number better free we know how to talk to them mean aba be fa course nya ma me be free ne ba say be we free ko Wesley girls so solid lady wo ye adwuma ne oni ne ma me ti so mama se si asa na me ti o ma ye lady we free fie no osu and am ne bomb pa me say madam oban obebe fie nyankopon ne bebe fie my dear me kasa nyankopon enu nyam 2 days anu o say lawyer wabefie me say wo de obehu de Nyankopon baye ye de dey for treatment ni mu ne ho beto no we have so many me catch up professors
omonyin tum sa omoyale o say se obi wote bia ni mu a ye friend number ana ye reporting ma police de say senior lecturer Ghana School of Law ye say law na ye inadequate o ye nimra
good
ye be ne den
we busa asem we hwe ye mra no a article section 104 of the Criminal Offences Act 29 as amended and no ene ka se unnatural carnal knowledge say we be fa be ma e wono to na eno no emfa lesbian emma de ne mam emfa bisexual so we be akiri ne anim mam emfa transgender mam emfa queer emfa intersex sa no ma no
de intersex no cry de hin no
nwanwa obi sabi obi mo say friend say can say so be to obi ne papa ana beda they give it all sorts of explanations.
Incest, wow.
They give it all sorts of explanations. Yes. No, my dear. They won't give you the explanation. Your law, no, it doesn't. The current law doesn't cater for that.
Okay.
In fact, parliamentarians need be afraid. Honorable Bejra, or head of parliamentary Christian community, or Frey Din Komo, speaker. So any just say person no mekra. Yenunu beshia. Will possibly be breakfast meeting with him. He will make a statement. In himself, some of the parliamentarians should be a statement on the floor of Parliament. Actually, Parliament, I've been away. They will move a motion for a private member's bill.
Okay.
Under Professor Michael Kweno, who said normally Ghana the laws about parliament. It was a ministry in the Shasi and stakeholders meeting or their co-cabinet. It has it's a long process. But Professor Okwe time normal pass a procedure be under their rules or the orders of parliament. A buama who a member of parliament. One kasa which we are starting with bill. No more special section on drafting and legislation or parliament. You know my juma. There's a quick way of doing it, and that's what is going to happen. Memorandum ebe support normally what the it was a current law in the city. 2, what are the weaknesses? 3, how do you want to resolve the weaknesses?
Okay.
And no sana constitution eka sa no mani nyina ya ye ho adwuma.
Oh
yes.
Nti ebe kwa kodrum na se be fie
en check kra metumi aka kire say by the weekend neko kuo na ya form o modwene ho no omoso be bobo hu the attorney general ye be so any Godfred is an excellent, I mean me bona is going to be one of the best. Yes, fantastic. He's going to be one of the best attorney general. He's a very sharp young man, brilliant, and we Christonia wo Jinyankopon. You should see his family safo na here so be digane nim. I keep on telling Godfred that he has got a great future. Woman now we be boy who share president what Nyankopon do where was say the battle is the Lord's. Will be ordained Nyankopon asem ko ebedi president no. Ye and minimum he's a very genuine person. Well, obia won a scene to but when he talks about his faith in the Lord, because baby anam ofri amam we're the only president that nipa way and so Onyankopon ne call apam say so ye we or Ghana to me bed and I know him so oka bibi say wono ne breso sanse huni emma. I believe what he's saying.
Amanfo say momoko na amoko no. Nti ma ya amampanimfo na se obi akasa. Nti ebi mo hono mo a. Omo kasa. Emma MP we ya mempe. Na nanu we ya yenso so but yes omo kra na omo yesie no.
Well, my dear, me ntwa no. No kra wo mu no se mpanimfo no bi keka ho yenim. Ye modini mpanimfo, parliamentarians, judges, lawyers, politicians, even those close to power now. Omuni momo make us say omuni momo a omo wo saati bia no but you see and
nti omo na ya wo kasa na omakotwero bibi na omo dia atumu omo ke kansa nti esa e ma kon na kura na ese ye mu ache ya ye divided
but no by Nsroma, you see in every society say we wo kasa obi so be kan bi but yen e wo say ye consistent yasem na ye ka no say nyansa wo mu wo say ye consistent Nsroma nti omo ka we will respond to what they are saying. Na ye dinimdie no akwa animu. We have to pass the law, as you are saying. And we're bipartisan. What I mean is that NDC nim, MPP nim, omunyina together, they will support the motion for the passage of the bill. Na ya passes amra no. As I said, we finished. The other woman say, "Oh, your constitution, Article 270 to 272." Eka say National House of Chiefs. Woman na ya mani ni amamre na show monsa. Na they have the duty at law say. Omobe codify no publish codification say wo be chro na obi ehu atokrata so na publication say wo be bo no dewuro mo obi ate na nanom ekasa. In fact, this is the first time national of chief assembly about oma kasa. Eti nana the okasa current president minimum no papa. In fact, oh yes, yeah. You say I am man for 2018 or 17. Yeah, national dialogue season. We've gone around the country. Yeah, him for share. Yeah, a lot of work. Time he chaired that function. Your friend say more office or you can't say Takra secondly. National House of yes, big session. Journalists will be by Yako secondly, Yako Akashanti region in north. But Yako baby I near him for next year. Omadrina ko ben krum say sadi we dear Yamani and Yamamre MP. And I make caution me say you better pass a law no from Parliament. But apart from that, no, ya mamreni ya money and so we will use the National House of Chiefs to pass that law. Omo be pass it samrano man and no ababe bois, so that we can progress with whatever we are doing.
Lawyer, yeda sepa sisi ano Ghana ehwe mo se mo be kokon no amaye na mo di nkunima amaye na
break I think
yenko break me ne wa ne wa hey me ne wa ne wa hey enti wo be kwajaye na ansa na wo be kono ama me ne profato aso no mi musa sa asemi se enka wo kokopa edin a wabobo se obia afo awoso enso wa wunuanom na no national abino de be for se wo mo utieti omo fa ahudie so because omo so ye minority group and na wo minority group be asori and na wo sorry eti omo na you should rather understand the plight of the homosexuals. Good. Because we are albino.
First of all, me belong to any group enya no kre. Obi obekasa asin who but if I don't belong to the group, how can you sack me? It is the LGBT movement propaganda no mo and tronia ko isem ni biana omo ye. In fact, omo the another statement by say Archbishop na me o ye Archbishop ono so afo aso.
Catholic Bishop Conference penny.
O say omo na maka say ejuma omo di no entrone na braba ni nkontombosem eno na omo de ye ejuma is propaganda. Me I don't belong to the albinos group. I don't. Secondly, to say the whole kind because I'm an albino, I understand discrimination. In fact, I've lived it all my life. That is why I'm passionate. Because I understand, my example of how I'm exactly. As compared to albinos who are encouraged to believe that they are normal. You see the problem they have. It's the big difference. In fact, I talk to a lot of them, wear spectacles, wear long sleeve, have an umbrella to protect yourself. Sana it is our movement, please, propaganda outfit. They are not even real albinos. Because we free as you didn't true
Papa.
Who are you you do true? It doesn't make sense. I mean, not just a double diamond and now the F was.
Did you say that? Double diamond.
Double diamond. Just say who you free, what you do true. It doesn't make sense. Oh, dear bitch. It's not a sensible group. We'll be ignore them. A part of the propaganda.
This fight. As a woman frontline worker, a na kanu nyina so boawo.
Mami nka bibi me nyin tum se me nko a asofo mpenimfo pii de animo.
Yeah.
But media to so say asofo mpenimfo no bi so wo Ghana ha omato no nareka. Ebinum wo ha omu da sorry kese ano pa o doctor obi mo ne din but e bay what is wo kasa ebinum nkasa mpenimfo say do politics hey but enable wo wa edin eno so nya de papa enti e wo se Ghana fo mpenimfo nyina ye kasa but apart from say e be kasa e say e bompa ye because me nuaba we sunsuma semu as I've told you Sodom and Gomorrah it happened and onyankopon pam mfi ho na sa sunsum ye tai LGBTQ e sunsuma e sunsum fi e sunsuma e tai ma menchire mu stamwa angels no course omo kwa ko yi lot every one so obeka ya omo ka say omo fa angels ne mbra no omo na na angels kura na sa sunsum in fact a lot catch them say oh me won ma wa ha o say dabi by force omo ko chi wom and the angels no e blind wom and no chira with the type of spirit LGBT spirit no e tie
omoni so eden.
Thank you. And nothing sometimes when I speak forcefully me shut up and yes sir it says that is the only language they can understand because almost strategy it is fourfold they will shock you and no more be officer that's the first thing shocker 2, then they go to the next stage. You begin to discuss. They said, then the third stage is conversation. And also, then it comes to tolerance. Oh, okay.
You're more right. Good.
Then it goes to acceptance. That is the 5-stage strategy almost go through for social reform. And see, so when who no one tears here, meaning I want to 6 better than 9. And it's a whole process. We in the coalition, you assume you will move dear, and now we see near because we know where they are coming from. We can predict what they are going to do because we know them. But the good news for Ghanaians is that we can hear Bompaye. We call it 64th Independence Anniversary Prayer Festival.
Okay.
Yes, here Royal House Chapel. Every Friday, every 6 o'clock. Apostle General and Bidi and me a bompire mining in a COVID year be and then this LGBT issue. Saturday, you bay hold vigil and a prayer chain. It will be a office. It's answer. I am dear. Oh yes, a showman. You be yes. You be bompire throughout the night. No, don't buy your show my you're permanent from my
oh okay.
Adekye no pa. You be Thanksgiving service. Catholic for the Bidi. Elima 6 o'clock. And then you no nanke be prayer rally kese e Independence Square. Ye chro ko chief of staff. Unfortunately, almost say COVID. Maybe mean to say COVID because we're going to observe all the protocols. Yeah, we are petitioning the president. Ye gidi say president tia samwa obema ye kwan many pa say 500. Exactly. Thank you. In fact, my dear, COVID 2019 na COVID ni and so 2019 ye chro mama ye kwan nipa ko ye sa no.
Oh ni so in action.
Well, me say nipa ko she president so ye onim ni din at the right time. The dean beba it is not the oka ho na dwuma odi ano no president the onka ho ametumi assign president T and the chief of staff me gidi say obia wo na dwuma oye but we have, as I said, we have petitioned the presidency. Ye gidi say president Mika say wo mo betie, they will give us the time. In fact, Enra Church of Pentecost president chairman no ati musicians beba Elder Mrekunum ne Dana Samo wa frɛ wo nyina stage aye all the arrangements. And you can imagine, say, yen to me, yes, I do. We are yen won't pay no mining in a pinch because we are COVID by President Kasi and you're fasting and pray. Or Kaya no now, bro, for no straight. In fact, on the internet, will be the picture bit to Africa, Ghana, America for science for year. And so, who won? But at the end of December, Ghana and then pay we new 300. America almost 350,000. Right now, more than 518,200 as of this morning. No. Ghana for you 600.
God is working.
Yeah, Juma. Nti omama ye kwan na yenko Independence Square because hona oman sunsun ehye ne yenko bomba ba menu aba ma menka bibi so omama ye anya se bi o manhole mukura ye be kwa kwhye ne ya bomba ya oman no because eno na de oman no be kwa animu na ma menka bibi before I end. You see, this ruling party, the MPP, woman na de nyankopon asem e de konye ne omunye tumi. The battle is the Lord's. You know, Nyankopon say, do not be deceived, for God is not more. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he reap. So exactly. That is it. Now, because the NPP want power because of the word of God, I keep on saying, I'll repeat it without fear or favor. They have a higher moral and spiritual duty to keep the spirit of this nation alive and stay focused on God. Nyankopon asem na eninti Nyankopon di tumi na hye omonsa judgment whichever way it goes no would say Nyankopon to omonso they have a moral duty and a spiritual duty to maintain this country. Thank you. Because President said Nyakwase Osi Cathedral. President Bian Esi Cathedral. That is a spiritual role. Osi Fapimbia mo maino. And he said, we as General Secretary, we as Chairman, Mesemu. Because why na sa na se sa pam na Nyankopon no mo wono say everywhere media I know what will happen, and that is why say be obi wo presidency wha and some banners will coalition for no attract mo amuso ye Christopher
o say for amoni so kra na
no baby mo so amuye Christopher munyina and reverse that decision so that this country can be kept for God.
Can be kept for God. Or your lawyer. And ye me den no. The soften am dene ba anka abeka and your soften will come back with we di nwoma. Watching woman, senior lecturer, Ghana School of Law. And then so was Sister Christo Nimua enye. wo de wadi nwuma e kan nyame asem na wo si wo de wo mfa nyame asem it is okay but enye se o ka bible keke o camera no no ka nyame asem so aka ho enti still ye be ko professor lawyer de obekọ agya fi se ne nwuma doso professor say wo meeting kakra bia no ahwe ne time say 10 minutes kra all kasa no o see they need help omo hia moa papa so our department of psychology or University of Ghana yen kan ne nyai wo mo saa omasi hospital no obi be den piaba enkoba se ye kwatwetwe nipa no Ghana fo abia ene ye no o bra ye bebo afa be wi ase gini na ekọ when we get no or you lesbian sa uni ni di aya lesbian na uni ni jina ho no we ye bia na afa nipa no ase akọ akote enti ye ne professor Osafo to aye nkomo ne so full name ye professor Joseph Osafo ye ne no ento aso mfi be bia me ne senior lecturer any astute lawyer Moses Famuni e de epem ye no papa lawyer me da se pa
but me surprise me nko me twen so prof me nipa enti bi ye quality o kan ho pa je me no be twen
o ka che me so o ko eja me
so ware no baso answer yakọ
ye be sha ka wa me we ni papa prof
enti me wa di
prof no Michelle bo say I have changed when who za last week za papa opuni fe papa o se kuna ma o time we say that message prof message what am mom pa ma
me say we are beyond redemption.
No. I am not beyond redemption.
Not beyond.
Prof, yes, sir, coalition for crack coin. Udi mu akotene wabwa no wo masi facility no. Sesi ha no omu hia moa. Emwa ben sa ene wo mu hia.
Me da se pa na lawyer de ejuma de e bona ba so pa over the period no. Be fake akra ni no. Oba one department di nsa so.
Oh, great.
Ye wo a bio department on human research area no on this LGBT.
Oh, okay.
We're trying to understand them. Now, if you seek understanding, you seek intervention. Or if you say, now if you then meet me, I diabuano.
Okay.
And you know, I say you put a program together already with them. You could training or more. Counselors, training on say some particular idea you can say, yeah, is a certain acquisition of a line of thought, a choice to behave this way. Now, in neuroscience, what you say, the human brain is plastic. Because a plastic, I need to say it is a plastic here, a malleable. It may be done. The opposite ni yebiano obey. So if you decided say obey say obey tools because we are catching you can have fresh neural pathways. The brain organizes itself.
Oh, sir.
Oh yes.
Inti enye say biological to say hormone now
remember biological partner. First partner say is a choice people make.
Prof, the evidence say, yeah, we can't treat my mom 40 years.
Martin, adwene obi abon tima adwene pose o pese o yes hari. Yen studies are organ ha nyina factors ben ho no. One major driving factor the economics. Especially for young people no.
Sika no.
Yes. Some expatriates ebeba no the other music can get along the coastal areas in Ghana. Now, if we no free home ma hill Africa, no? Africa is still the youngest continent in terms of age.
Okay.
And it is sense if we lose our moral compass, near values, no, the foreign, the next generation of Africa is gone.
So, because Africa young, not just say, emabunu
ha. And the moji to pass my way. Population. Yeah, that's not way. I think. Yeah,
genuinely want to so.
Not that way.
So, Omubeka say, Ombefa surrogate mothers.
Oh, now one. Yeah, if we are free, honoma. Yeah, some conditions they are chromosomal biochemical problems in the body.
Yeah.
Over to me, I walk nipa no. Na obeba out no. Maybe or intersex. Okrabe and maybe the hormones in the body no, and you're well calibrated. Enti
okay, intersex no mo na na yesu say hermaphrodite.
That's right.
Ah. By no kra no se ba ko ye kese che ba ko.
Yes, enti maybe I come back point to be one. Enti anomalies can occur because of biological and your what do you hear? Say the hypocrisy is this. Say you oba. Now obano only we need be a hole in heart. We want to move heaven and earth and get it corrected.
Siamese twins.
Oh, Mumbai bay, oh na by a hole in heart. But what is happening now in the West? They say obi woni background who say oh sa condition be genetically in terms of the gonads and as be a ne ba be ma we no anko ya oh onyinya obechusu onyinya na da na akra na wo hole in heart na onyinya obechusu
na Siamese twins.
Siamese twins enyo mumbum na mo so mo wiya mo chusu
Omunyiya mo chusu.
I said why so we see the hypocrisy
from fan to hu
enti and na mo de mo nyini na mo chusu now you want to correct
it ye koche o mo correct no
so errors can occur no there's no qualms with that errors can occur
from so beba
betumi aba but nti nyame ama enimdie how to medically correct it
okay
enti ewo ho enne yetumi transplant a face a face
yeah
so I mean there and nyame enbi ma nyansa me into me na mumu no what is happening is say some people have chosen say woman de no ekwan yi so e no befa say eno no pa or one in a loyalty in a inalienable right to make his own choice but the danger is this that as they make the choice they seek to influence others in their quest say or no making a choice no. In some of the studies we have reviewed in Uganda and elsewhere that's what they do. Some of them yes but why do you want to draw our children in the secondary schools? We have data on that into this. Why do you want to draw them to this? Akra no say bi a wona wunya intersex problem odi enyini ene how akra bi ho ma only sa problem no only ade na wo piano say
na wo kofa no abemo ade na wo bon wo dawuro se bra be ka me ho se wo de no ye deformity a must I necessarily to be deformed.
That's the point.
Nyame amo me se bi apache chinchin a wo si twa wo nan na so be ya apache
omo ye se aba otwa nsa o so sa no
yes this as I say trans
bodamwa
na say e bia me kenkan
trans age
papa bi atifia na ne tenant bi ban so o so o feel say o edua na trapped in a human body enti abaso o si o gina ha no o tu ne ho be gina papa ne dan papa ne na so o edua na papa ne so okay o ntwen na papa ne kwaje
machine
o doma machine o kwaje peme so o be so budua bi wo ifie on twano to do hono o ma no o twia na udwa na dua
yet mu
komika
hey
you see
komika
the we don't me so for into me the biblical way be on kakra depravity e ka say obi ai depraved ye kan say bi asebe wa ya boa da bi depravity je say nipa no na dwene no
see it conscious
I search a free nyame so abesi ono nko ade opese oyeso he sees himself as the center of the universe.
Humanism
ono obi anka ho na ye the god ono ye the most important person in the universe na eno nipa one man is depraved everything is possible for him obeto bibia na anka under bible nyame ka say hwe na woni abo anda think about it because god knows say oni beto nyame abo akoda. Okay. And the can I say one. So nipa ni make a choice na. As I say, ye boano. Na mo boano and your share. In our reviews, ni who say we shall kitty they break down.
Okay.
And no mboa.
Okay.
We must have a certain sense of compassion. Say ye be see boano.
Okay.
In my work with some of them, when you approach them that way, they are able to open up. Ti yenka se kofa sekan yenka se kofa dua yenka se konyensu ohye
na koto show so
that's not a Christian position.
Okay.
The Christian position is that the omo doesn't resonate with the values of our culture and the word of God. Now so no we can open up and ask them to seek help. And you put two things in place to help them. For example, there was a case in Brazil where the Psychological Association who said, oh, obi your person unya what we call sex orientation counseling or reorientation counseling. No, it's my now I been with the court to say they are forcing them.
Yes.
But that's not a force. Exactly. Until they went to court. Yes.
Exactly.
Now,
if you have a right to make a choice for your sexual orientation, you must also have the right to make a choice to reorient. Isn't it wrong with that? Or a right to say me person me gay. And on one say, but if you go to the West, who tries to bomb apart? So there are professional politicking in this.
That's the point.
This is the truth.
And your friend activism.
Yes.
Sana or
Seba, why? Me say me gay. And I mean who say I want to have a reorientation. What's the one is that doesn't make sense. And the can I say, yeah, how the is that? Nipa two and more, maybe two and they are fine now. Or two and more say, or beso hiamboa and our jimboa. With all the compassion we have as Christians, we reach out and help them.
Sure.
Okay.
And then they say, what was happening to me? And see, one more I imagine is, oh, there be in your son and Mati, a parent. Oh, na say in the right there. We are parents. Now, you don't know what is happening in secondary schools. If you know what your children are going through in the secondary schools, you won't talk like that.
Prof, your burden abwa omo so na yantan omo. If say na omo feel say wo hye I say wo time me ana me hu ye wonu nti. You know, me who say me describe, but ye person abwa omo. How do we help them without hating them?
Matthias, the kind of say, you also maybe hono na such behaviors do not resonate with cultural expectations. And then your man enko. Naturally, no. Okay. And for those who are watching us, I'm gay and non-gay, no, don't force people. It's just like I'm not used to this.
A shock could be my.
It's like a culture. That's why who be there. Maybe and I dear. Now, we went in a public education. If I say nipa no, my mintis will be you. Say nipa na or homosexual no. Sebi Onyabwa. We need to make that clear. Onyabwa. He is also made in the image of God. Na momo na di yomo wa corrupt sari no. Enti wo wadwuma na say, dey na metumi aye dey abo nipa no. They can say like me can no. You need that compassion. Have that open mind.
Okay.
The lawyer eyo ha no. Say yes our compassion and there's no way you're about to put in place an intervention. If you don't have that compassion, you won't waste your time putting any intervention.
Okay.
You just want, however they are handled, let them handle.
Who cares?
Who cares? But over the period, I want to put together a
system,
of,
a medical system.
A working. Oba, near the wafem. Now one be trained with the wafem. That's compassion.
Okay.
That's to say, dear, it is possible.
Okay.
And that is to tell people, say, there is this, what we call the immutability myth. That is to say,
so I must say,
the largest data set here, just about 2019, looked at sales in about almost like 500 or so participants. And clearly, the data indicates. So it is very difficult to say, Sadi biological.
No. But there's no gay gene.
There's nothing like that. Now the thing say, there's a difference between inclinations and action. Show.
Dear my dear my
that's where the issue is. Until I won't fault anybody who tell me say, oh, maybe 2-3 days no minyanka me wa ko bojo ma ha onye nti de me be say mention nkura action dey am and the principles be beboa no now act on those things because as an thing na obi ka say no so person of felese on name franco na beda
pedophilia
e man kwan
exactly
also on mo anda na mo ne mbofra na beda one e man kwan We should not insult our conscience.
But you are not sure, say, pedophiles, see, or more water LGBTQ, dear Ben, dear Ben, you
almost throw some of the back home.
Some of the
count who penny.
And that's
the same logic. The logic is the same.
Because we see me, dear, me pepperni, me pay
Inti ano so ya me right.
I know say me right.
Because what we say.
And the tia abia ebetumi aye e dia bo say onipa no approach you, and this goes to all of us who are in the churches. So approach you, be our elder, be our software, be our a prayer partner. Also, nan saying minya this strong thing me ni be ma kasa na sabe be ma sorry. Many oba ono so oba many oba kasa na me ho me say minya
say me ne da me ho afo.
You don't become quickly judgmental.
Hey, dear na we
yes pa. Nipa no oba withdraw the rest from you. Remember me ka say when we take a position, yeah, difference a die any the amoya man say, yeah, no, you take a position and you roll intervention.
Exactly.
And then yeah, omo take a position, but they don't want any intervention.
But omo pep was they love it. They're glamorizing. They love it. They like it.
No, yeah, but I support the gay rights, and I am gay.
I just say
it's a lifestyle. It's a
omo yama na enye fe. It's you catch and pay enye fe.
Thank you.
O ka se obi be hu no ka
don't be judgmental.
Aware for no so omo wom no na mbisa of papa lawyer say oba wa afo o se fi se me ware me kunu de bia me chinko na me kunu fa me kunu timi ya fa eduru ba bi o se we kra nya adventures ma me nya makono bi ma me san for oba afo from me ka ho na tina me nya na
some discussion yi e was several angles. No
that's kinky sex.
No it's no so matepa it's and I see it my
but I'm not looking sending now help or no.
Yes, the attorney say when you meet human beings in the midst of their crisis, you don't project judgmentalism. So we should be no number how much you tentam. You roll help because nipa suno ubetumi adane no. That's why Christ came. Etumi dane no mani. To be obeka say we dey say ye makawa enye no kura ne ye no kura china. Human beings, their thought patterns are open. In fact, we can change. And that's the second point. Okay. Don't be too judgmental. Me yes sir. They tell me and say we want to encourage churches. Say we rolling out counseling units.
Okay.
And programs. Oh, nipa na oba na bia wonu ntumi a. Obetumi say oh, me wo ha. I was saying mom resources available. And ebia na lawyer and team yeah, well, resources available. So why would you want to? Me na me here program me na me hu say obi asane me we. I say for some time now no me da bia na me feel say me ne bema e be kwakoda. Enti me ne kasa okwa sore. So okwa sore. Enti the first question is onen asore pen bia edi nkoma na. And then the fourth one, hey, almost attendance. Don't hide it.
Men fancy.
Okay. And the Abraham, I'm so glad say to me, fancy. Look out for help. Because it's so unnatural. Look, many of you now omuda. It's so unnatural. What you want, muscles say and ya omusu yambo mosa. Say use that place for sexual penis. No. This man puts in a way I am very interested.
To legitimize the exit.
Yes. Mike Murdoch, very interesting.
Yeah. Miles Morrow. Yeah.
Very interesting. My main case kakran support doctor. Oh, sorry muna problem no PO. In fact, statistics are nipa be 200 I have me no. 80% no more sati be mu. Na the one say another 90% of say 80% of the 200 no more tonium. Wow. Praise the Lord. And there's so many problem when Tina Prof Bekachwa yentiti we are quite sorry no papa. Vanya COVID here, he rolling out a plan for all the churches, every single church congregation. If I any Presbyterian 4-year arrangement, I won't cry. No, not only Accra, all the regions. In fact, we have representatives in all the regions. Your coalition, and your COVID in a high last year. And your coalition, your 7 years new, my dear. In fact, with the schools, your schools evangelism program. You go schools, me school infants, you could do 1 week ye ne nkwara kasa ye video ye film ye play kra mo hu drama and ye no more counseling. Oh yes, exactly. Until you was schools program for schools, and not only secondary school, you call primary school, even nursery crown, you need child evangelism fellowship for na year. So you call primary school, you need scripture union, and you know secondary school, scripture union for na normal. Until yeah normal P over the last 7 years. I call from until you enjoy honestly.
Prof, now we can say more data was schools money a day. Minim say we brain answer because appointment in the 10 a.m. headquarters.
Thank you.
Untime pone akọ. Nanso school for no. Wo university.
In fact, we di mene na committee.
Yen nyina ye ekọ na ye the studio na ma Supreme Court. Wo university. Secondary school for yete supi university so ba o can say economic power me here car me here hostel me ko am demo I say some you comfort be wa brabo mu enti no mo de mo ho ahyem ye be then you tackle from that angle.
For schools, most schools now have last year say training bima some secondary school counseling unit. The problem with Yemba this present generation is on looking for help for some of these things. So we are glamorizing it. Yemba na be I say last Sunday night one of my young youth workers was telling me about pre-teens for now almost discussing homosexuality, and he was surprised. Say, say a lot of people have just made advances on them, the same way at their age. Say, oh, na say and you see, religious groups, schools, Africa and Ghana, Hano, major cradle centers for socialization, and I'm glad that sex
schools evangelism
comprehensive
sexuality education. Yeah, that's
yes,
right, yeah.
It was completely out of joint with our values. Completely. Now, and that is what we have to start doing as Africans. So, Yebenya education on these things are resonating with our cultural perspective.
Prof, we have Afrocentric sexuality education.
Very good point. Now, because they use this. Whatever we have learned from them, no, they were built on their own cultural norms.
Sure.
Now, they are transported to us. We can also build ours here. Yeah. And what we need in our schools now, one, effective counseling services.
Okay.
Okay. We also need in some schools, look, what Europe is going through now, this sense of secularization throughout Europe, not this our whole.
Of the godlessness.
And this our your face and condemning African for the religion. We don't know what we are talking about. They were religious more than us.
Sure. They brought us.
Yes. And you know, somebody yenya bria, you bet to me aka nyamsam na aboa ahye mofrano moral choice na
Okay.
So we should open up to some of the schools. You can invite professionals, invite religious. There's nothing wrong with that. No more there. In say, one man no emboro omadisuya so.
Okay.
Na affected time ominya amadisuya.
Okay.
They tia me say a boy say in most schools are huno. So when you peer counseling, very good. They are able to open up to their own. Yes. Some of them are extremely very good. And also boapa. I feel it's say I will say yeah education and let our kids understand say sa adwene say sa de idie ye de wowa aka enye no kure no ye no kure china when ye no I over the period I've been gathering data be eba hu bia I just go for it ama ya de a kire ye man say enye no kure atosem na ekoso no enti say wo fa so te bia yimu na wo be hiambo a you need help. Obi honma sabe the person was sexually assaulted at the back. Enti na dwene mu no when yambo bia na onyi na say mama na some groups is here. Em is a lawyer come hasem. They are using all kinds of means. Political, financial means, technological every
now
means.
Now sister na nyame abo watena wo ba bia no so ye ko boda wuro che wa wo nyame ama wo sa so. Bra me anti go.
Enti as I said, you handled it very well. Now, on my final point on this is that and me was a lawyer at deal with that part. Some of these things, now I can say, oh, any person be na I'm a pastor. This particular thing has a spiritual background to it. This is the bro. Why is the West so interested in the global South?
Exactly.
I mean, are they? Especially when it comes to values.
Omani san e biblim ha say pa.
That's
the question you should ask. Are they?
It's part of the
Some
PLA.
studies actually say the entire Europe has struggled with managing COVID. And a part, it's an indirect reflection of the kind of system we're operating in terms of democracy. Democracy is good. There's nothing wrong with that. But democracy is not perfect.
Sure.
Weaknesses
In the West, in the East, you know.
Yeah, China.
Asia, China.
The way they dealt with the
The way they dealt with it.
Very well
But I
done.
know my rights, and my rights, and my rights. Every human life is entangled already.
Prof.
Right.
Biden eni abre o se wo kutia no. Enura Texas.
Oh,
O ma
maybe-
shemra say memo bi an she.
Now we are yes.
It's a freedom.
Papa you come say hey, hweso kon.
That is
Eni
it.
atem.
Yeah.
You see? So that's what is happening now. I was saying who say there is this whole secular humanism.
Yeah, secular.
Some man is the center of the world and we are trying to colonize Mars and blah 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 and we are able to all of these things.
You settle on space. Ebeka kogu.
Now we are gradually rejecting
God.
certain God and certain values. And I want religious leaders, pastors, please let's speak up. Parents, let's speak up. Me parent be I now support we are not because someone knew what is happening to their children.
Do parents support?
Oh, some parents talk for them.
Wo Ghana ha.
Oh, maybe kasa momo. Na me kasa momo no awja ma kire mu. Yen kasa say yen ku omo. Yen kasa say yen bro omo. Yen kasa say yen ko hwe nsuo ngu omo so. Yen kasa say yen abuse omo in any way. That is completely not what we are saying.
It's even illegal.
It's illegal. Oh, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Physically.
Now, the can say, or no, a person who ne brand, send a brand of so bua, on your munadi. No, no, man, I'm trying to be Mishaya, yen shona, yen talk
incident in our beshare.
That will be so no kind of say, or a criminal. I'm not so good about it. Yeah, me, if I see
Prof, that should be also a class suicide in us. Some higher. Ya crowd crofo come on.
Ghana Police Service, led by or police administration led by IGP upon Bueno. Omaya de pa. I'm saying na hu say suicide case if you say koso.
Me frɛ wo sa na me nya.
Sorry about that. Na I don't come na me.
Na me hwehwɛ wo say.
The first time no the Ghana Police Administration no and Ghana Psychological Association and Department of Psychology are come together. You roll a program for them. Now ya hear kwan be for so e be to me at one single suicide affect 135 others. And yes, one
nipa ba kuku ne ho a 135 people get affected.
Into multiply by 3. If you and yakra na
Prof also edi ho enti ko na dachi bia ye beto asa komo so Prof me da se pa fa che me se time no ma fa time no Prof me nim se wo ko ba bi na me se Prof me di me time so akwala bi amete a me ye poli enti e wo se me gya no kwan no ko because ono so ne mpanimfo ahyehye meeting Professor Joseph Osafo or ye head of psychology department at University of Ghana na emwa safo no behia na yedi ho nkonye se wote se na lawyer pani ka se nye se ye kan na ye gya ne ho ye kan ne a kire se emwani nie ye kan ne a kire se emwani nie na se de be ya nye se o ye nunumo ye twimanim ye mamu fili se mu de agyawa mu abusuefo se wo saate bi animu a na wanhwe kra se wo nka nipa ho na ye gya wo sa da bi enye omobotaye no eno no enti tiase na se wo bi mu sa na owofo wo ba wo bi mu sa ene no wahwehwe coalition fo ye kira kwan omo wo hospital omo wo doctors ene psychiatrist ne psychologist a wonu betumi aboa ama akwada no wafi saate bia no emu and also young girl or young boy se situation bi musa enye normal memma papa bi mfani sika bi nada oba warefo a wote aware ase a wukunu se on de se wamfa wachi ontumi na ana wankofa obi a meka ho a kafra but e wo se wo free mu hiamoa enti hwehwe emoa lawyer number bi wo ho a betim dia tujwa
ka me chro kra bro 0248
ma me ntwo nto da chi bia o mbefre me abisa me so ma me ntwo ni
0248
yes papa lawyer 0248
428 979 Edino Emmanuel ono ya administrative your administrative manager you better national service secretariat as mama national service personnel your office kese 3 rooms Church of Pentecost na dem aye
maybe obi be person be working
good on friend no man you be direct
okay
aya na ye is anonymous it me say nyame number na me dey am nti me hu kra it obi anya rehye say we ye be keep medical history and everything intact to say mu hu prof ye wo mpenimfo a omo wonim de papa wo adwuma no mu enti number na ye de wo frɛ a emwo bi a wo se ye beboa no ye de ma wo no ye beboa wo ye nya wo hwe we will help you out of your situation but there was say amanfo so te ase say don't flaunt broni say men nye na amanfo okay me de sana
because
exactly what the woti and ahwe amanfo re bia no ma ho because ye man emam Ghana mamu ha ye chiri sa de nti ye be po mo chew because see who yes who two jamoafo na otu bomone so de efo omo se me emfo obi an nyemfa nsenka obi a it is true but most no don't flaunt your activity
but be on say omo wo no ukofa na nsan bi ese obi koye bi konyengene ukofa ni ma oh nka boys no ku
yeah po mo chew but almost so they shouldn't flaunt it but until na process for no akase they will resolve these issues na bibia was emwe was yeboa no yaboa ye de nimdie eni nyansa ena my dear ye de beko okunwe ye de nyankopon so tumi ataye kire ye ne sa ebe ye hwe de ye abofro no mate o me bon se mama Ghana for papa because my brothers o US o mo frɛ o se adwuma mo ye no we say mo de beto YouTube be panyin mo be frɛ se from Pennsylvania. It's beautiful. We are making waves.
But we say we nya visa nko
oh me wa multiple visa me money
immigration
in fact that Joe Biden didn't say na you know beba say ya ntum no be visa restriction me money nyina mela no map nyina wo multiple visa 5 years me kwa koma mo say mo nyem ntwam me no sa pa na da Biden be free hono will get the visa again but you see onyankopon be koye kwa mayen President Joe Biden so ya na dwene say what the sanctions beto ebibiman so ya yempe no so a yenso ye besu afre ye nyankopon the sanctions ebeden ebeto Joe Biden so Sima me king Ghana for to memo example your friend say Prime Minister Cameron so obeka say before yama ye catch and say nyankopon ne bedi anche no free ho oba we Theresa May ono so beka say hunu sa me catch the Ghana for say mo amu station ya so say wo the soon wo the be free to attend down in
street wo wantimi anko Brexit na super
me see Joe Biden ono so the soon and be free sa ne White House ono so kase obetwe aso a yankopon so be den ebetwe aso enti me hu bia ma na amanfo se o lawyer wunsuro yankopon na tai ya chiri oh me bra no yankopon na de me aba o I'm telling me papa wo di me di Moses no to me no wan fa to me kwa enti amanfo mo mpa ye ma ye but mo ehu bia mo yensuro won kwasi
na yentumi nkan ya adwen
yentumi
kwa omutumi twro omutumi wo hwa na obi aba I support the gay na wo de okwa pese
na wo omo na wo se omusuro yen because nyankopon tai echi you see if God be for us who can be against us e hu keke ye cause ye ko to office no mo dwane ade no man ntra ho let us not fear them obonsam de hunafro Bible say the devil comes to kill, to steal and destroy but I come that you might have life and have it more abundantly Christopher Nkunimdie no yes Christopher wadi ama dada o 2000 and more years ago
the lawyer is a preacher Pentecost Adekye no the elder
papa we met the software nti na baba no met the software penyini pa eti to me na was ye gisa to me no ye dey adwuma wo mutumi nye ye bibia they can't do anything
na office na memenda mo be kwa akoye vigil ne wo ho no if you run no be ma mo access to ana
dear asem we be say oh you're wonderful dear onim say no cry testimony LGBT4 per office e wo Ghana he nyina won kra millions of houses o manya house bi anko peke se me amadamfo ne di ne nikle ne friend abom ewo mfansepem mi owie school mi hu no ye powerful medical officer ewo USC a at Illinois nem se wo me kai ba bia wo but efie ne ye ne dia enti wo te se efie no omu de ense hu no ofre me se ofre the caretaker fremosi no mkoto office no mu we enye wanwa enye wanwa se LGBT4 per office no office se wo Ghana ha nyina o ma enye ba bia ankofa se me madam fu fie ene wo mkofa ye
nyame yo mo to
thank you nyankopon pese wo mu hu se he has got the whole world in his hands just say wo feel say wo ye bibi o but nyankopon atwist ade no eno kra ya dance die me de say wo raise say so no me de dance a kire Ghana for say wo LGBT so ye Andrew Solomon o nyankopon sa in fact ye be bompa Andrew Solomon me de makase
oda so ba ha
oh well makase obesesa onyankopon obesesa no ema na te say Saul a obeye Paul no obe kan sem onyankopon before obewu no obesesa he ye nyankopon oyedi so we are seeing action nsa eno na mama o testimony no
o
feel say
individual no beba so
we beba so go fie
e wo fie wa mu benya access to a fie
so fie no na me say me client dia etikis no yes onyankopon dia in fact as David said onyankopon dia tamfora eden ahye nsa ye ntan obia ye do obia na ye coalition no ade enim botaisi enim ye say winning with the love and care of God.
Oh, my slogan.
Yeah, that's your slogan.
Okay.
You see, you do onyankopon do ni nim die no, ye de be di nkonim. Eni na see enim. Oh, eno na ye de beauty abrofo no. No mo feel say e college ye de be David
be yo mo high.
Ya mo musuli ya beauty o na me na me de no. Say ya kire mo say for once, yes ye wonim die. Ye no the cool school ye na kire o made. So they are not smarter than us. And no person me catch Ghanaian youth be confident that we are capable of beating this.
Lawyer no pay ye beda se pa se oba ye na de wadaje na fem because enenu na nko ni time no 1 minute and am say papa lawyer we dey mesre wa no an se ya education ne dey me no be ye enti ye ni aso papa se wanya braba be cheche enti se uhia moa se wo sat bia ni mu a Emmanuel number ne 024 84 28979 024 84 28979 ofre eye Emmanuel number na oka National Coalition of Proper Human Sexual Rights and Family Values ombeboa na we free sat bi anim ofo nso se oba wo mu bia enso so na nyesa application be da ato aso da ache uni ho a de wo bra pen udi gya hwan na oba no se wo no de wo be sebi wo be ye fa wo fa hyehyɛ na wo be ye trumuntu no da ache no hwan na enwo no wonko han no ana hwan na enwo no wonko te no obi so ntimi hwɛ ne ba hwan na enwo no wonko adopte no si o mafa surrogate mother mafa surrogate no so kra say de be brofo kra so na omode ha yi ya na kono ne fese wanyem na wa wo denden o fefetete ho ntasuo na wo de kire medi we mi ni we mu de nko ade mu sise wo yare ya ye different but o nyare uni problem be ma ne be ma mu se ya ware ya fa surrogate mother echese mu yare mu hia mu call Emmanuel go and get help aha ne de ade chensom adwumadi ne ya wada de ne di AC na ye sorry pa Supreme Court boabo an ho no aba asetena ti said ye de brem no enenso ye de judgment day no ye bekoso court nyina bebrem apchelpa ani ade srede say ye hu se Ghana ba kope ena ye wo abrante wa ababa memo obi anti ntowuti so emfa wo nkoye awu kasem emfa nkoye basabasa efise se wo pra yesi enipa mre obi abedwane akwa beka wo nko a se obi be hwo mpo na wo towa edem die no wo widie mu ene wo na odaache asai opani no wono wabone bra wo hu ba bia ne hyebra adru wo afei na wo ba enti be focused look for your purpose and your destiny and your purpose and say wo betwe se kan ene nkontimba akoye ojamom that is not your destiny enti hwehwe wo hyebra na di akire ba bia omudi judgment ne betu bia no there is only one Ghana bra koye wadwuma o kodi upa na pe waduane di wan hwe ya nipa na akokko ama no onya ba bi kura gina won kai wo frɛ no kura won fa omo de yamuda bia nti ba bia be ko bia o say Ghana na edi nkunim after all echinachi ye di mfi aduosia enai wo be hwɛ sɛ wo na na abrewa o ti fie no wo be twe sika ne nkonti ba abo no sɛ wo na na ayo den nti wo ye no wo se Ghana enya 64 years sem twe sika sem koye ojamom sɛ judgment ankɔ ama me a na chese Ghana na mi di na wu no me bo me nana mi twitwa me nana sekan na wo nana wanya hwe amakra so no wo ma me ana papa e no do ba asasi so ti wa ma wo nkwa nti usu di no kre ma wo man wo nana akua Ghana wate yakona mani ye de mu asi ochena Adekye Nsroma besia ba